Lieutenant Jake Morrison saw the cargo container sliding toward Thera a split second before she would have. He didn't think, just reacted. He tackled her, shoving them both clear. They hit the deck hard. Something cracked, not bone, thankfully, but metal. When they untangled, Jake realized with horror that he'd broken one of the ornate chest plates on Thera's armor. The silver inlay was shattered, the blue composite cracked clean through. "I'm so sorry," Jake said immediately. "The container was coming right at you. I didn't think. Are you hurt?" Thera didn't answer. She stared at her damaged armor, her long ears pressed completely flat against her skull, an expression Jake had never seen from her. Complete shock. "Thera," he touched her shoulder. "Are you okay?" She looked up slowly, her eyes wide. "Do you know what this means?" "I know I broke your armor, and I'm incredibly sorry," Jake said. "I'll pay for repairs, replacement, whatever you need. I wasn't thinking, I just saw the container and reacted." "You broke my armor," Thera repeated in a strange whisper. "You, a human, broke through Kalesha war-crafted armor with your bare hands while saving my life." "I didn't break through it," Jake protested. "It was an accident, the impact." "That's not what they'll see." Thera stood abruptly. "That's not what the law says." "Law?" Jake felt suddenly cold. "What law?" Thera's ears were still flat. "Come with me now, we need to talk privately." The training bay's emergency crews were arriving. Jake followed Thera out, his stomach sinking with each step. Whatever he'd just done, it was clearly worse than breaking expensive equipment. Much worse. In Thera's quarters, she'd changed into a simple tunic. Her broken armor lay carefully on a table between them. Jake could see the intricate engravings now, names and dates, something that looked like a family tree. "In Kalesha culture," Thera explained, voice carefully controlled, "armor is sacred. It's crafted for each warrior at their coming of age, enhanced throughout life. It represents identity, achievements, lineage. Damaging another warrior's armor is one of the highest offenses possible." Jake's stomach dropped. "I didn't know. I was just trying to save you." "I know your intention was pure," Thera interrupted. "But intention doesn't change what happened. You destroyed a portion of it. This chest plate was crafted by my mother. The engravings are my family line going back 12 generations. It's irreplaceable." "I'm so sorry," Jake said helplessly. "What happens now? Is there a fine, punishment? Tell me how to make this right." Thera was quiet. "There are only two circumstances where damaging another's armor doesn't result in severe penalty. The first is combat, if you defeat a warrior fairly." "We weren't in combat." "No," Thera took a breath. "The second is bonding. When two warriors choose to become life partners, the first act is for each to damage the other's armor, symbolizing mutual protection. The broken armor is then repaired together, creating something new that represents their union." Jake stared. "But we didn't, I wasn't, that was an accident." "I know," Thera said, "but under Kalesha law, the act is what matters. You broke my armor while saving my life. That combination, protective action plus armor damage, is indistinguishable from the bonding ritual." "So what does that mean?" Thera met his eyes. "It means as far as Kalesha law is concerned, you've initiated a bond with me. And if I don't acknowledge it, if we don't complete the ritual, you'll be charged with armor desecration. The penalty is severe, imprisonment, possibly execution." Jake felt the floor drop out. "That's insane. I saved your life. I didn't know about your cultural laws." "I know, and I'll testify to that. But Jake, the Kalesha Military Council is skeptical of human alliance. Some are looking for excuses to break the treaty. This could be it." "So what are you saying?" "I'm saying we have two options. You face trial for armor desecration with unknown outcome, or we complete the bonding ritual. Acknowledge the bond, repair the armor together, become officially partnered under Kalesha law. If we do that, there's no crime to prosecute." Jake paced, trying to process. "You're saying we have to get married, bonded, because I accidentally broke your armor while saving you?" "Yes, and if we don't, I could be executed." "Potentially. At minimum, imprisoned, which would likely end the alliance. That's completely insane. It's our law, Thera said quietly. I understand it seems extreme, but armor is sacred. The fact that you don't share our values doesn't exempt you from our legal framework. She was right. He'd agreed to operate under Kaelsha law in this position. What do you want to do? He asked. Thera looked surprised. What I want is irrelevant. This is about legal consequence. No, Jake interrupted. That's not what I asked. Forget the law. What do you want? Thera's ears angled in different directions. Internal conflict. I want to not lose a valuable working relationship because of misunderstanding. I want to not see you imprisoned or executed for heroism. I want. She trailed off. I want to know if bonding with me would be a fate worse than legal consequence. Jake sat back down, looked at her properly. 6 months working together. Thera's brilliance, her dry humor, the way she explained culture with patience. The quiet moments between meetings where they shared coffee and talked beyond work. It wouldn't be a fate worse than death, Jake said slowly. Working with you has been the best part of this assignment. You're brilliant and funny and patient with my constant cultural mistakes. If we weren't facing legal pressure, if this was just a choice. He paused. I'd want to get to know you better, see where it could go. But I don't want to trap you into something because I broke your armor. Kaelsha bonding isn't like human marriage, Thera said. It's a legal and social partnership, yes, but it doesn't require romantic love. Many bonds are strategic or practical arrangements. The expectation is mutual respect and loyalty, not necessarily romance. So this could be a professional partnership with legal benefits. Essentially. And if later it became more than professional. Thera's ears rose slightly. Hope. That would be not unwelcome. Okay, Jake decided. Let's do it. Complete the ritual, avoid legal disaster, keep the alliance intact. We'll figure out the rest as we go. You're certain? I'd bond with you because I trust you, Jake corrected. Because we work well together. Because I'd rather build something with you than let misunderstanding destroy everything. The legal pressure is the catalyst, but it's not the only reason. Thera's ears trembled. Thank you. That means more than you know. The bonding ritual was simple. They stood in the combat bay where it happened, witnessed by Captain Tors and Warrior Kellen. We acknowledge the bond initiated through protection and sacrifice, Thera said formally. I acknowledge my future bond partner Jake Morrison, who damaged my armor while preserving my life. I acknowledge my future bond partner Thera, Jake repeated the phrase she taught him, whose armor I damaged through protective action. Ceremonially, Jake made a small cut in his spare uniform plate. Thera did the same to composite material representing his protection. We pledged to repair what was broken together. The legal portion was complete. Now came actual repair, 3 weeks of evening work in Thera's quarters. Jake learned Kaelsha armor repair was art. Thera taught him to blend materials, maintain integrity while incorporating new elements. Human composite alloys are different, she explained. More flexible but less dense. We'll integrate them here, creating a hybrid structure. As they worked, they talked about childhoods, career choices, fears, and hopes for the alliance. I was skeptical of humans at first, Thera admitted. Your species seemed chaotic, emotional, unpredictable. And now I think those qualities are strengths. You reacted to save me without calculating odds, pure instinct to protect. That's very human and valuable. The armor repair became beautiful, blue and silver threaded with copper from Jake's uniform. The pattern looked deliberate, like it was always meant to be this way. It's better than before, Thera said, examining the work. It tells a new story now, about adaptation and protection and choosing partnership over isolation. The Kaelsha Council accepted the repair. The bond is recognized. The legal matter is closed. 6 months later, reviewing reports in their shared quarters, Thera asked, Do you regret it, the bond? No, Jake said honestly. Do you? No. Thera's ears angled toward him, affection, trust. I thought this would be practical arrangement, legal necessity. And instead I find myself looking forward to evenings with you, to your perspective, to your terrible jokes, to the human I'm bonded with becoming someone I choose to be bonded with. I'm feeling the same way, Jake said, moving closer. Is this okay? More than okay. They kissed carefully, learning each other, bridging differences. Thera's ears trembled with emotion. I never expected to bond with a human, she said. Never expected someone to break through my armor and help me rebuild it into something new. Best accident of my life, Jake replied. They stood together, bound by broken armor and the choice to repair it. What started as